So today I want to share with you the things that I wish I knew when I got started into building a business, becoming an entrepreneur. And those things are things that probably you will struggle with, these mistakes you will probably make or you are probably making at that moment. And now I realize that there is very simple solution to them, and I'm going to get over with them. So the first thing that you need to do, and that's what everybody is actually starting with, but that's the biggest mistake probably that we all make. See, when we are starting, this is the product / service. Basically, having something to sell. A business at the core is something that is either selling a product or a service. But here is the deal. When you are getting started as an entrepreneur, you don't know. You don't know what a good product is. You don't know what a good service is. And most entrepreneurs, and I've been making that mistake for the last 2 years, we are focusing on perfecting our product and service before actually getting all of those other things that I'm going to talk about, which are actually as important as the product and service. If you don't have the other things, you don't have a business. But we get paralyzed here by perfectionism and so on, trying to figure out the best product to sell, where in fact this is just one single piece. And so my advice to you to avoid that mistake is, until you have every single other component that we are going to talk about, try just to get the minimum things that you can possibly do here. Just something. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how shitty that is. Just get something. Just get something done as fast as possible. And then later you will improve later. But because there is so much other things that you need to get done in order to get started as an entrepreneur, to start making money and so on, don't overthink that, period. Just try to find the most simple way to go about it as fast as possible without thinking of too complex things. I don't know how to say that, but that's mainly the concept of MVP, minimum viable product. You will find the simplest version of whatever you want to offer. And then you go about doing the other things. And so let's start talking about the other things that you need to do. But really, that's the big mistake here. Spending way too much time on a product that you have no idea, first of all, if it's going to work. As a beginner, you don't even know if this is a good idea or not. So just don't waste time here, period. If that's the only thing you take out of this video, take that. Next, be contacted. The very next thing is very simple. You want a way for people that would be interested in what you have to offer to contact you. Simple. That's either, so you're going to create social media accounts. On those social media accounts, you are going to put your email address, your phone number. You're going to build a website, and the website same as the product. So let's put it. So social media, website. Here, same. People are spending way too much time on the website. Doesn't have to be complex. As I said, very simple to get started. All the things that I'm talking here, you want to get them done. And once they are done, you will go back on each and every single one, trying to improve a little bit. And you will go over and over. So website, simple. One single page, you present your offer. In some ways, you can even ask ChatGPT. Honestly, to be honest, everything here, you just ask ChatGPT, you execute on what ChatGPT is telling you, and you are done. And then you will go back on everything that you have done and try to improve slowly over time. But the most important thing is that you are set to get started and to go. So your website, honestly, that could be just a simple contact form. Period. You make one video at the top of the page where you explain your service and your product, and just below that video, a contact form, and make sure that contact form actually works. And so that's pretty much it. Then next, so you have something to sell and people can contact you. Then what do? 3, be paid. You need a way for people just to buy from you, to be able for you to process the money and get that money into a bank account. So at the moment where you will know that first, I'm really try to kind of weigh the pros and cons here of telling you that you should build the legit structure of your business, or you can just get started without. That's honestly, if you really want to go fast, you can go, because honestly, I've spent a lot of time. That was a mistake I made, but maybe because you are not making that mistake, you will go faster than me. So for you, doing it legit is going to be a good thing. But for me, I spent so much time on the first few things that actually I've been legit from the very beginning. I've built the company and so on. But then for a very long time, I didn't earn money because I was focusing on perfecting every single details here. And so that's what depend on where you are and how perfectionist you are. But anyway, get paid. You want a way for people to get your money, because the idea of being legit and constructing the LLC, I believe in US, that's what it's called, is that you're going to get a bank account associated with your activities. And then you connect your bank account to something that people can use for you to get paid. Mainly Stripe. That's it. Just set up a Stripe account, make it work, and maybe your website could have a page that you can send to people in order for them to get a checkout. And that's it. And make sure it works and you can receive money. That's the first few things. Then, moving on. You have your product, minimal product again. Then you have a way for people to contact you, and you have your email and phone number broadcasted everywhere, every social media platform, everywhere. Then we are going to force the contact list, because now that you have a way for people, you have something to sell, you have a way for people to contact you, and you have a way for people to actually give you money. Next, you actually need to get people to give you money. So first, you are going to have to start reaching out to people, because when you are getting started, the main key here, no one knows you exist, period. So that's why it's useless to spend way too much time on building a product or the website and so on, because no one knows you even exist. So that's why you need to go through those as fast as possible to start getting people to know you. And then, because there is something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs may be worried is, yes, but if I have a shitty product or shitty service, people are, I'm going to build a bad reputation and so on. You don't have a reputation. Nobody cares about you. That's kind of the deal here. So, and that's okay. People understand when you're getting started that your service and product might suck at the beginning. And honestly, people are fine with it. But you will progress over time, and that people understand as well. So that's where focusing only here is just a waste of time. The main focus of you is you want a pipeline that allows you to sell, to get paid. And once that's done, you go as fast as possible to get that done. Then you move on to the contact list. Because in order to be able to reach out to people, you need to actually have their contact. So here, when you are getting started, you are going to keep it as simple as possible. You go and take up your phone. You have a lot of contacts in there. That's going to be your first contact list. Then you go into your emails. You are going to get all your email contacts that you ever had. That's another list of people. And you just reach out to every single one of them. Then you have your personal social media account. You can just broadcast, hey, I'm launching that business. Maybe you are interested or not. I don't know, but this is what I do. You never know. But because you have a way you have something to sell, and because you have a way for people to contact you, and you have a way to get paid, well, if someone is interested, you will get paid. And the first day you get money, this is actually the first day where you are officially up and running business. But anyway, But should you get paid actually? Because when you're reaching out to those people that kind of know you, because this is a close relationship that you have, do you want to get paid? Well, at the very first beginning, that's why here you're not looking to get paid immediately, but you're going to look for testimonial to validate that you can put on your website that you already have, since you have worked on it. You can put on your website so that people that want to buy from you can actually do it. So the goal of your contact list is to get testimonial. And if you get testimonial very quickly, then you can go on. The idea is to look for at least 5 or 10 testimonials before actually starting looking out for actual paid clients. But once you're there, yes, you can start looking for having paid clients in your contact list. But at some point, you will run out of your contact list. So that's why you need to move on to the next step. And that's why also, as I said, you need to not waste time with all of that. You need to go as fast as possible, because this is a lot of things that you need to go and do first. You uncover new territory as a new entrepreneur, and until you have uncovered all those new territories, you are kind of just discovering things. And you cannot improve as long as you're still in discovery mode, where once the business is up and running and you have every system that I'm talking about that are in place, then you can come back on everything and start improving slowly over time. So let's get to the next piece, 5, which is content strategy. This is the other way that you're going to get customers, and those ones are mainly going to be paid customers. So the idea is based on the product and service that you're selling and the type of person that you want to serve, you need to start thinking about, okay, what type of content do I want to actually make? I'm going to take the example of me because of the business that I'm actually launching, which is about business analysis. And so I've been thinking about, so I'm pretty much here. I have built the contact list here for my business, and I'm start reaching out to people to get testimonial. And very soon I'm going to get to that content strategy and start making content for my business. So that's not going to be mainly on this channel. I think I'm going to create social media accounts specifically for my business. But I'm asking the question, okay, what type of content do I want to make people, to have people reach out to me to get my service? Well, I've been thinking that mainly just showing off what I'm doing, what is the result of what I can offer. So I'm thinking making videos about business analysis, taking like an example of a specific business and doing competitor analysis, market trend, growth strategy, and just making videos about it and showing people, okay, this is the kind of things that I offer, and that if you pay me, I will do it for you. And I don't know, that's kind of that you need to be creative with that, think around a lot of ways, but the goal is really to get a lot of volume of content created on a weekly basis, so you get a lot of people to know you exist. Again, that's just that. It's just the idea that nobody know you exist, and so the more all of those things that you are doing after you have those foundations is just about getting people to know you exist. And so you have a very last thing that you can do here, which is that paid ad 6. So that's the final way that you can actually get people to know you exist, is actually to pay for money. But here's the deal. Generally speaking, paid ads are good only after you make content strategies. And you need to make a lot of content and find the type of content that really work. Because then you are going to make those content that are outperforming every other piece of content that you are making, you are going to run it as paid ads, which is going to get even more traffic, because paid ads is mainly based on impression. You are going to get a lot more impression. But here is the deal. If you don't get a lot of views out of the impression you are doing, you're just burning money. Where if you have tested content that is working, so you get with organic content on social media, you get free impression. And so content that is actually performing very well, it means that for every impression that it has a lot of views. That is the content that you can actually run as paid ad and get a high ROI, return on investment, out of it. And so that's kind of the landscape here. And as long as you haven't figured out all those pieces, trying to spend too much time on one of them is just going to waste you time because you don't know. And once you reach a point where you start having a little bit of momentum, starting people know you a little bit, then it's time to come back and start improving your product, improving. And also, once you have everything set up, you will have a lot of time to start perfecting your business, your product and service. But all of that is very important in order for you to get started. As long as you haven't finished all of that, you are not in business, period. So as long as you don't have your first paid customer, as long as you are not producing content consistently and you don't build a presence online and you are using paid ads to get a return, because that's also that. Business is mainly a system that you are building that for every dollar that you put in terms of investment, you will get an ROI based on everything else. Because here, there is people that are going to contact you. All of that is going to give you impression, people that are going to be interested about what you do. Here, your website is going to get you a conversion rate. So I think I can do that like this. So here you have $1. This is going to go right here. And here you have your conversion rate, which is going to lead to actually from every people that come to your website, how many are going to actually convert. But then for your long-term success, this is about the quality of your product, because are they satisfied? If at the moment, so that's about the system you are building. You are getting people to go to your website and then to get that thing that you are selling. But where then, this is about how do I grow? Okay, I have things going. My business is up and running. So I grow. But that is a story for another time. But mainly it's about collecting as much data about the system as possible so you can identify the key areas that you need in order to spend more time. Where the issue when you are spending way too much time working on your product is you don't even know first if the product is already good enough or not. Maybe it's already good enough. You don't know. And you don't know which part of the system is actually the issue. So then the idea is you go and build that system as fast as possible, and then you collect data throughout this whole process and identify the key areas that are lacking, that are underperforming, and the key areas that are actually doing good. And then that's a way for you to spend your time wisely. Then once you understand what are the key elements that are actually preventing you from growing, then you can spend all your time working on that specific point. But before you have done all of this, you don't know. You don't know what is actually preventing you from growing. So my advice to you, if you are getting started, is just get that done as fast as possible. Doesn't matter the quality, just get it done. Get a product and service. As shitty as you may feel it might be. Someone once said that if you're not embarrassed by the service or product you're proposing when you're launching it, you have spent way too much time working on it. You should be embarrassed by what you're putting out. That's okay, because you will improve later. But as I said, as long as you don't put this entire system together, you don't know what you need to improve. So I start remembering. So anyway, thanks you for watching, and I'll see you next time.